I wanted to display entire account detail page in a Visualforce. How can I do that? Do you think how much time it will take? 1 day, 2 days?
More than that.
Uh-huh. But what if I say I can able to do in 2 seconds?
No.
Okay. So generally we have a function called we need to have Visualforce implements what type of controllers? Standard and custom controller, right?
Yes.
Now we are using a standard controller because you wanted to override account. Account Apex detail. Done. If I take this ID, ID equal to true. Acha. ID equal to. You got it? Teja? You got it?
Yes.
How big the code is? How can you get this detail? This tab is available or not? Now tell, I don't want to display my related list. Related list false. Right?
Yes.
On complete. Let's say whenever the page is loaded, I need to call my JavaScript. Show MSG. Please mind before editing if you are not owner for the record. Let's say I'm using my script, right? Show message is a script. So how to write a script?
Not spelling తప్పుగా.
Sorry?
If you are not owner దగ్గర n పడలేదు.
Array, yeah, spelling mistake. Okay. So now I want to display my error. So I need to write a script. If you want to display any messages with a functions, then you need to write a script tag. Why will write a script tag? To update your JavaScript, right? Function show MSG alert MSG. What happened? Function spelling correct, right? 1 minute. Component reference. Apex detail. There is Apex detail. There it is. Apex detail. What is available? Okay. Rendered related list. Title. A boolean value that specifies the value included. The title bar displayed if not specified the value of the details is true. Okay. Show message why it is not function. Script is loading later, right? This need to load. I don't know why it is not coming. Edit. Save. Generally, it need to come up here. Let's see. Apex form. Apex page block. Command button. Yeah. On click. Show image. Test value. Test. It's coming. So this method having a problem. Let me I don't know. This is somehow it is not coming. Okay. I need to check it. But on complete is a function which will call your JavaScripts. That is what even he is saying. What he is saying? On complete string. The JavaScript invoked if the complete event occurs. That is when the tab has been selected and the content rendered on the page. The attribute only works if the inline edit is set to true. Okay. Inline edit is set to true. Inline edit equal to true. Hmm. Still, I don't know. This is not working at all. Fine. And we created how to create an account using a Visual Force Pages,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And you know how to override account buttons? We know, right, how to create. Now, let's say
Yes.
whenever I click, I need to open my Visual Force page. Instead of going to other pages, I need to open my Visual Force page. How can I do that? So to do that, you need to go to Setup. You need to go to Setup. You need to search for account. Go for account buttons and links. Here you have a new right.
Yes.
Edit Visual Force. Override with account creation. You need to override with your Visual Force pages. Now if I go to accounts, if I click a new sales, now you can see this is a Visual Force page, the one we created, right?
Yes.
So this is how you are going to continue. I mean, whatever the page will create, let's say I don't want to create account view page. So if I want to override account view page, where I need to go? Setup, account. Let's say I don't want to display account overview. I want to display only this stuff. Let's say. Apex detail related list false. Only this stuff. So I need to display a button within the page. Let's say buttons. New custom button or link. New custom button or link. Account view. I'm creating a detail page link. Detail page link. So is this a URL or a Visual Force? Visual Force, right?
Visual.
Display in new window. Display in the existing window without sidebar. With sidebar, without sidebar. account view, save. Now we need to go to our account page layout. We need to go to our account page layout, account page layouts, because we need to add this button, right? Just now we created. So we need to go to custom links. There is a concept called custom links here. So click on buttons and links. Where is quick action? Custom links is here already. Account view. Because I created a detailed page link, not a button, right? Save. Now if I go to my accounts, open Brington Textiles Craft. Account view. Now it take to the same object, right? So this is whatever the pages we're gonna create. Let's say I just want to display my custom. Instead of here, I need to display my VF page. I need to display my whatever the page I created. I need to display that page. Let's say I'll go to accounts. In the page layouts, edit. I'll take Visualforce here. There is an option called Visualforce pages. So I wanted to create account within the account object. So I said account creation, I'm tracking it. Right? For this you have a set and size, height and everything. Okay. Show scroll bars, show label. Save. You can modify the size. You can take, if it is a big page, you can take as a big. If it is a small, you can adjust the size and width according to you. You got it?
Yes.
Account creation. This is a label of a Visualforce page. Now let's say this is not active. Let's say silver, bronze, right? I'll make gold. Save. Now data is updated. Where is this? Gold. If I want to create a new account, do you think that new account will gonna create here? Because record ID is already there, right? If I start creating a new account name also, it will gonna take you to the same place. Now see, whenever I click where it happened, it went to the another page, another details, right? This is how we need to add our Visualforce pages within the. When you can able to add, you can able to add into the page layouts only if it is enabling, if it is implementing standard controller. And it is only applicable for this object, not for everything. Because where the standard controller here is account, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
So you can able to do only with account overrides, not with any other object. If you want to do with other objects, you need to implement a standard control called of that object, okay?
Okay.
Clear?
Clear.
Tirupati garu?
Hello?
Clear andi idi? Shankar?
Not clear on.
Shiva?
Okay.
Okay, Deepak. Okay, so let's say I wanted to create an account. Whenever I'm creating an account, okay, let's say this way. I wanted to create a contact, but let's say I don't have a account to account. So first, whenever the contact is creating, if I realize that I need to create a new account, I should have a hyperlink. On click of that, I need to create a account first, and then I need to create a contact. I need to create an account first, and then I need to create a contact. Clear?
Yes.
Whenever customer he wanted to create, let's say I'm filling a new contact. I realize that this contact is for new account, so I need to create an account also. So both account and contact need to be created in the same time. Contact account creation. Contact account creation. Which standard controller I need to implement? Which standard controller I need to implement? Contact, because I'm saying that to be contact. So because can I, as a standard controller, as a standard actions, can we able to create account also parallelly with a contact?
Yes.
In system you can able to create contact and account at the same page without Visual Force page. Will you able to create? No. System will not allow you to do both contact and, let's say if I open my contact, I need to fill my contact details here only. Account details also here only. Will that possible?
No. No.
Right? This is not possible. So we need to extend our functionality. Extends contact account creation handler. This is my class name. On click of save, it will give you two options. Because this is an Apex class which is not available in the system, it will ask you to create an Apex class and then the constructor of that class. So you have a Apex class here. This is class name equal to method name and no return type. It means that this is a constructor.
Yes.
Right. So now we need to remember few things. If I want to access any variable, if I want to access any global variable from Apex controller to VF page, we need to define them as a properties. Define property to access in VF page. So how to define? Let's say I want to define my contact account. Public account ACC open bracket closure braces and then get comma, get semicolon, set semicolon. That's it. If you want to define any property in Visual Apex classes to access in a Visual Force, then you need to define a variable something like this: public account ACC get semicolon, set semicolon. Okay? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So first, whenever the constructor load, I need to allocate a memory. Allocating, or I can say initializing account. Initializing. What is initializing? Allowing a memory space to that. How we can do that for objects? ACC equal to by using a new keyword. New keyword. Yes. Now if I go here, I'll say Apex form Apex page block Apex page block section ID equal to ACCON title account details information. Let's say sidebar equal to not needed, sidebar false. In this, what I can do, I have to call all these functions, but where is this on this page? Account edit ID Apex column account edit. What is the page name? account controller, account creation, account view, account layout, demo page. Visual force pages, account creation, yes. Again, who will take everything? So better I thought to copy from here directly. Page block section. So I'm just using the same instead of rewriting again and again. Instead of account, what I need to keep here? I need to keep ACC, right? This is my variable in my Apex class. ACC, ACC, ACC. Now I had an account details. Now what I need to do? I need to create my contact also, right? I need to create my contact details. Then I'll create another page block. Title, contact details, tab style, contact. I need here tab style to be account. So contact color is this, account color is something. So the style of the tab is getting changed now. So here what we needed, Apex, page block, section, personal information. So what is personal information here? Apex, colon, input field, Apex colon, input field, Apex colon, input field, value equal to, how can I define it here? Contact dot, so formula expression, because the standard controller is contact dot first name, contact dot first name, and continues till all the required field. Let's see, I don't know what all required we have in contact now currently. No, we don't have so much. Then we can go contact dot last name, contact dot phone, contact dot email. Now you can see the tab style is also different. Account is account tab style we provided, and contact is contact tab style. And then what we need to provide, we need to save. We need to save. Let's say here we have example. Let's say inside page block only, we can define our Apex page block buttons. Page block buttons. Here it is, Apex page block buttons. Inside Apex page block button, you can define Apex command links. Command links is the one, command button is the one which will do your actions. Let's say save. Why save? Because this is a standard action we discussed earlier in our account creation page, right?
Yes.
Save. But if I click a save, which record will save? Whether it will save both contact and account together?
Yes.
No, it will, because the standard controller is contact, right? It will save only contact details, not everything. Now tell me, I am creating my account first. I need to create my account first, and then using that account ID, I need to update my contact account ID, and then I need to save. Do you think that standard save will work? Do you think that standard save will work here? Hello? So we need to extend our functionality, right? We need to extend our functionality. So what I will do here, override the standard save action. How to override standard save action? You need to define public void just to save. That's it. You need to use same method name. Once you use the same method name, automatically it will override. Hmm? Now, what I need to do, let me ask you this one. I need to get my contact, right? Whatever contact ID field contact CON. How to get a contact for this? From Visual Force, I need to get a contact, right? So all the details will present in standard controller. So we can get a contact details by keeping con equal to controller dot get record. This is the standard syntax of Salesforce here. If you want to get a standard controller object details into a Apex class, you need to use con equal to controller dot get record. And which conversion is this? Contact. Like this you need to keep as a syntax, okay? This is a syntax. If you want to get a record from Visual Force to Apex class directly, then you need to use controller dot get record. Okay? You need to memorize this syntax. Why we are keeping here object? We are saying to controller whatever you are getting record, that is a contact type. Okay? Insert ACC, and then what I can do, con dot account ID equal to ACC dot ID insert ACC. This is my logic. This is what I want to do. First I need to insert my account, and then I need to update account ID in contact, and then I need to save contact. And whenever I save, in which page I need to refresh. If say void, it will not go. Let's say whenever I create a new contact, I need to go to account detail page. Can anyone tell me page reference spelling? Page, REFE, RENC.
RENC.
Page reference. So we have a page reference. We need to redirect to a page. Page reference, page equal to new page reference here slash plus ACC dot ID return page. Okay, let me create a contact. I don't know. Test 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Account type prospect. Yes. Parent account. Deepak. Rating. Warm. Silver. Date. 1 2 3 4 5. Test. See.
And the count spelling of that.
Now it will not validate, right? Now you can see we are in account page. It is going to contact, right?
Yes.
There is a contact which I created already.
Yes.
The only correction here is buttons are displaying both top and bottom. This is not really looking good. So you have an option called location. Location equal to bottom. Location equal to bottom. Now you can see it's a one form that we can create and save. So how you are overriding from here, we need to remember two things. First thing is that if you refer your standard custom action function in Apex class as same as the standard action name, then it will get override. Okay? And then if we want to get a record from Visual Force to Apex class at a controller, you need to use controller.getRecord. Controller.getRecord. Okay? Clear?
Clear.
Okay. The same thing. If I want to refer after saving, if I want to move to another page, if you want to redirect to any page, you need to use a return type called page reference. What is the return type name?
Page reference.
Page reference, and then you need to pass URL within the constructor of page reference, because this is, ultimately what it is accepting as a string. So you need to pass URL to a page reference while creating your new object to a page. Okay? Clear?